Can I just renewed our wedding vows after 20 years of marriage? Can't believe that I've done 20 years. It looks like 20 days. And so today what I want to share with you are some of the things that I've learned that really matter 20 years after marriage. So I'm going to try to just quickly throw in some things that I believe will be a blessing to those who are already married or those who are planning to get married. These are some of the things that I've learned that really matter. And some of the things that have helped us in this last 20 years and that I believe will also take us to the next level. So I'm going to just jump right in. Number one, choose your battles wisely. If you've been married as long as we've been married or longer, you know that not every disagreement needs to be had. In fact, the truth of the matter is that some of them are just not worth it. They're not worth your energy. They're not worth your time. They're not worth losing your peace. One of the things I always say is you need to learn to choose your battles wisely. How do you do that? Don't sweat the small stuff. It's not everything you've complained about. Some things by now you should be used to. The truth of the matter is that 70% of problems in marriage will be perpetual. Your husband is scattered. He will be scattered, from 20 years, 10 years, 5 years. You've been with him. He has been scattered. He's not going to change. So what do we do about that? Are you going to lose your peace over that? I find people complaining about something that has been there even before you started dating. And you've not been able to change it 10 years, 15 years into marriage, and you're still complaining about it. If you want to be happy in marriage and you want to stay married, I think one of the things we must learn at this stage, either to teach the younger ones or ourselves, is that you don't sweat the small stuff. You choose your battles wisely. It's not everything you say. You need to ask yourself before you say anything, should this conversation be had? Should it be had now? Should it be had at all? Ask yourself, this thing I'm about to say to my partner, should I say it at all? Should I say it now? Should I even say it forever? There's some things you just swallow and let it be for the sake of peace. So one of the things I've learned over these 20 years is to choose my battles wisely. You see, Proverbs 19:11 says that good sense makes one slow to anger. Good sense makes one slow to anger. And take it from someone who used to be a very angry person. You people know my story now. I don't even fight women, it's men. You look for my trouble. You do anyhow, you see anyhow. So imagine getting married. And since 20 years, I have never said the first rude word to my husband. Because I understand that anger itself is a spirit. And if you allow anger, it will take over. Anger never just sits somewhere and say, anger, when I'm ready, I'll use you. Just stay away from me. No, it will take over. So people have said things that they regret. People have said things they shouldn't have said at all. And there's no way to take it back. So sometimes choose your battles wisely. You don't like your mother-in-law, get over it. She's going to be your mother-in-law till she dies. And people like don't die, they live.
Welcome to Kingdom Relationship. At Kingdom Relationship, we discuss about God, marriage, and kingdom living and kingdom family. If you're interested in building a kingdom home, then this place is for you. Welcome.
So you better be ready. So the first thing I would say is choose your battles wisely. Some things, let it go. You know how children sing, let it go? Yes, let it go. Some things are not worth the battle. Like I said, I'm going to rush it. So number two, and this one is very crucial if you're going to last long in marriage, if your marriage is going to age like fine wine. Number two, keep dating each other. Keep dating each other. It's so easy to let your romance fade into just logistics. You know how you will move from being soulmates to role mates to roommates. Before you know it, you become cellmates. And what does that mean? You guys start out as loving each other. Oh, you're the love of my life. In fact, some of the vows that you guys take these days. I see the sun in your eyes. I see my children when I look into your eyes. You are the one in whom the stars rise every morning and it fades into oblivion when I see your face. I'm like on top of what? The star that Jesus made. It fades into oblivion. Wow. And then the slightest thing, just a little bit of stress, and everywhere gets chaotic. You need to be intentional about making your love move from just being an emotional feeling to becoming intentional acts that become habits. So you move, when you stop dating each other, you move from being soulmates, from all those things you said at the altar, to becoming roommates, where it becomes just about paying bills, taking care of the children. Did you do this today? Did you take out the trash? Did you make lunch? Everybody just has roles. After a while, especially when the children leave and you become an empty nester, you now become roommates. No friendship, no conversation, no romance, nothing is left because you've lost it. You didn't spend time with each other. And then after a while, you can't stand each other and you become cellmates. So one of the things you must keep doing is you must keep dating each other. I don't play with date nights. And I don't necessarily mean that you must always go out. Sometimes borrow from the younger people, Netflix and chill. Stay in your room. And you have the license to do the chilling parts. Because the Bible is very clear in Proverbs 5:18. It says, let your fountain be blessed and rejoice in the wife of your youth. Ecclesiastes 9 says, enjoy life with the wife whom you love, all the days of your vain life that he has given you under the sun. I don't understand how you can be married to someone and you don't enjoy that person. I don't even understand it. I don't understand how people get married and it's like a chore. I like my husband though. I like, as in, not, let's leave love now. I like him as a person. He's my guy. He gets me. We gist. If Pascal and I gossip you not believe it too. Without words. I'll just turn my eye like this. If you are going to last in marriage, you must keep dating each other. All the things you used to do when you were single. In fact, what I like to say to couples is, all the things you did to get each other, you must keep doing to keep each other. So you must be friends. So number 1, of course, is choose your battles wisely. Number 2 is keep dating each other. Number 3, say thank you for the ordinary things. I can't count the number of people who have destroyed their marriage because appreciation is not genuine. Your partner says something or does something. You don't even notice. You take it for granted. Even if it is just their job they are doing. Sometimes just say thank you. And mean it. Your wife brings food. You don't say, this food is never sweet though. Can you say thank you for the effort you put into it? Can you just say thank you for the amazing times you've shared together? Even if all the times have not been great, they have been good times. But we begin to take each other for granted when we don't appreciate each other. And your thank you is an encouragement for that person to be with you. Even God, he says the password to enter into his throne is thank you. So if God that does not need your validation is asking you to thank him, how much more your partner? Because you know the funny thing about marriage and about relationships is that everybody may be praising you outside, but if your partner is not, somehow all the other compliments fade away. You would dress up on your partner and say, why are you looking like a fool like this morning? And that thing he said is one. You go outside and everybody says, God, your outfit is amazing. It doesn't matter what they say outside. You will keep remembering the fact that the person that is with you at home said to you, why do you look like a clown this morning? So let's be careful about the things that we say. If you appreciate your partner for the small things, those are the things that make them want to do more for you. I don't know about encouraging certain things like push gifts and all of that, but if it works for you, I know that a lot of people do that. Me, push 3 now, they not give me push gifts. But my point is, if what your partner does becomes normal or loses its awe to you, you're going to have problems in your marriage. You must remain appreciative. So say thank you for the other things, for the ordinary things that they do, for the simple things. Don't take each other for granted. Don't take each other for granted. Number 4, like I said, I'm going to try to rush because of my time. Number 4, and for me, this one is very, very important. If your marriage is going to last, you're going to have to maintain your identity. You know, especially for women. I'm going to say this especially for women. No, men too have to do this, but especially for women. I find that after a while, especially early, if you're one of those people who immediately you got married, you got pregnant, you became a mom, you moved from wife to mother in a short time. One of the things that begins to happen is you begin to forget who you are. You begin to lose your own friendships. You begin to lose your interests. You begin to lose your goals. And there's this false narrative going around in churches. I don't know where it came from, but I think it's something that needs to be corrected. Where they tell you that immediately you get married, you have to lose all your friends. Your husband has to become your best friend. Now, I'm an advocate for your husband to be your best friend or your very close friend. But it doesn't mean that you should lose all your other friends. Because the truth of the matter is that there are days where you cannot stand your partner. And it is that one friend that you go to. And you say, I don't know why my partner is behaving like this. They say, you have started. It's you that has problem. This that has problem. This man that we all see. Or you are going through things that you don't necessarily need your husband to. There are some things that only women can understand. And then you throw away that relationship simply because someone said you are now a married woman. Maintain your identity. Don't lose your hobbies. And you see, if you get married and make your husband your whole life, you put him on a pedestal that even he cannot survive up there. I've seen too many women broken. My husband did this, my husband. Your husband is not God. Your husband cannot be the source of your joy. Even Jesus that can meet all your needs, he had to die first. That's too much to put on another human being. So don't lose yourself. Don't lose yourself. Ephesians 2:10 tells us that we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works. Every single one of us was created for something. And I believe it's much more than marriage. Marriage is good. Marriage is sweet. Marriage is good. Don't get me wrong. Because somebody will say, you're not preaching marriage. Marriage is good. I'm not even going to drag with you. At least my marriage is good and marriage is sweet. But you must have something much more than that. There has to be more than that. So maintain your identity. And in maintaining your identity, your partner too should be allowed to live. Marriage is healthier when you are still you. When you still have your friendships. He has his friendships. You see, the thing I've learned about marriage and the survival of marriage, that it's not just about what you do together. It's also what you do separate. There's the separateness of marriage and the togetherness of marriage. Those two things, if you can function well under both of them, your marriage will be strong. Because there must be times where each person is separate and whole. And then there are times where two of you come together. So if you lose your identity, you don't know who you are outside of my husband's wife. When your husband wants to be separate, it becomes a problem. Because you feel abandoned, you feel betrayed. But there's a part of marriage that must be you that is whole. For this reason, a man, he must be a whole man. And he must find a wife that is whole and complete. Two of you must be one, but two of you must be wholes that come together to make one whole. So don't stop living just because you are married now. What are your dreams? My husband's dreams. What are your goals? My husband's goals. What do you want to do with your life? Whatever my husband wants to do with his life. What's your favorite food? My husband's favorite food. There has to be so much more. So much more. Number 5. You have to learn your partner's language of feeling loved. I'll say that again. You have to learn your partner's language of feeling loved. You know, how someone wants to be loved is not necessarily how they need to be loved. And I found that out after 20 years. You see, it took me a while to learn certain things about my husband. And, well, maybe I had to do it in the public eye, but it took me a while to learn certain things. You see, we have the tendency to try to love people the way we want to be loved. So, for instance, I'll give you an example. When I'm upset about something, and whether or not my husband is behind the thing that's making me upset, most times he's not, but if I'm upset and he's asking, what's wrong with you? And I say, nothing. He believes me and he walks away. That's it. That's the funniest thing I've heard in my life. Wives, are you here? That's your husband says, what's wrong with you? And you say, nothing. And he walks away. Does that happen to you? First time that happened to me, I was in shock. You are supposed to continue asking me. That's the whole point. You're supposed to ask me till I feel better. My husband will say, okay, I walk away. Sometimes I want to drag him back. Like, how can you believe I just said I'm okay and you're walking away? So when my husband is upset about something, maybe he goes out, comes in, maybe he had a meeting, and he comes into the house and he's looking troubled. And I say, what's wrong with you? And he says nothing. I don't believe him. I'll start following him about. Honey, what's wrong with you now? Why won't you tell me? Tell me now. Tell me. And then sometimes it's not that something's wrong. Maybe he's just lost in thoughts because there's nothing wrong. So when he said there's nothing, he meant it. He was probably meditating on something, and it's not that it's a problem. It's probably something he needs to do, an idea God has dropped in his heart. He's just thinking about something, and I just keep going, what are you thinking about? Tell me now. Tell me. In fact, there's something I used to do where I say to whoever's got my when he says nothing, I'm just thinking. I'll say, think with me. I'm a much more mature wife now. But at that time, to be honest, I thought I was loving him. That's not the language of love for him. So it's like someone who speaks French is married to someone who speaks Spanish. And we're trying to communicate. Of course we're not going to communicate. In fact, let me never say, somebody who speaks Igbo and somebody who speaks French. Because you see, French is such a soft, romantic language. And Igbo can be, even the Afro Guinea, it sounds like war. But, when somebody tells you, you should tell him. It's very romantic. So imagine somebody who is Igbo is telling a French person, Afro Guinea, she's going to feel like, what's going on? What's wrong? So that's exactly what was happening with us. For my husband, when he's upset about something, give him space. Whether you are the cause or not, just give him space. He'll figure it out. He'll think it through. He'll process it. Then he'll come back and start playing with you. For me, it's not the case. So if I do something, I'll keep following him around. Honey, I'm sorry now. Talk to me now. Sorry now. I said, I'm sorry. Are you really not going to talk to me? I'm sorry. And that was very, very frustrating for him. Well, I, on the other hand, if something was upsetting me, if, for instance, he was the cause, he would say, oh, is it that thing I did? I'm sorry. And walk away. How can you walk away, sir? Can you walk away? You will hold me. Even though I'm sorry, he won't even say it. He will just laugh. Is everything I take it serious? No, tell me sorry. I will say, why? What would the sorry change this? That sorry, you will give me my sorry first. Then will not be explaining whether I will change things or not. Just give me my sorry. I will hold on to it. I will determine what I want to do with my sorry. Is it your sorry? It's my sorry. I will decide how I want to use it. But I found out that most people will speak the language of love that they understand, whether their partner understands it or not. This is where you must understand that the 5 love languages work. In fact, I don't think they are just 5. I think they are more than 5. Because some people, food and money is a love language for them. It's not gift, it's food. Very clear. So you have to know exactly what it means. It can be a thoughtful gesture. It can be physical affection. It can be words of encouragement. You have to know how your partner understands love. That's the only way to keep your marriage going for years. If you keep doing after, and that's why, I would sit in counseling with people, and the husband would say, after everything I've done for her, she's ungrateful. She's not ungrateful. You're just not speaking the language of love that she understands. You're buying her gifts. She wants you. You are the only gift she wants. Some men will be richer today if they would just listen to their wives. They're buying car, buying house. She's not interested. She wants a hug. Very affordable.